This is the Experience Pros Radio Show. Got an opinion or want to ask us a question? Email radio@experiencepros.com or message us on the Experience Pros Facebook page, and we'll interact with you live on the show.
Hello, friends, and welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. We do want to interact with you live on the program. If you at any time want to give us a call, interact with us or our guest, 303-632-4160, 303-432-4160. Let's go straight to our next topic. And we talk about achieving goals, and we talk a lot about goals here on the Experience Pros Radio Show. And from time to time, you come across a great read that talks straight to the heart of the issue. And one such read is How to Achieve Big PHAT, P-H-A-T, Big PHAT Goals, written by Dean Lindsay. Dean Lindsay is a top business keynote speaker. He's entertaining, educating, and engaging audiences worldwide. He's helped build engaged, progress-based sales, leadership, and customer service cultures at companies such as New York Life, Ericsson, Gold's Gym, and many, many others. His books, Cracking the Networking Code and The Progress Challenge, have sold over 100,000 copies. And let's leave it to me to say he is much smarter than I am about it. Here to talk about how to achieve big PHAT goals is Dean Lindsay. Dean, welcome to the Experience Pros Radio Show.
Thanks for having me on.
Dean, very nice to have you. Looking forward to it. And now, what made you decide to write this book? By the way, How to Achieve Big PHAT Goals is really kind of a small book in scale, but it's packed with some really cool stuff. What made you decide you wanted to get into this?
Well, great question. I was really looking at the catalyst that really have a lot of stuff starts. I've a long time been teaching sales and customer service and, time management and listening skills, all this other stuff. But really, it's a goal that makes you want to, take part and improve and do things better. So the psychology of how we make decisions has always been of great interest to me. I'm a huge, huge fan of Dr. Viktor Frankl, and I studied his work and actually got into logo therapy, meaning therapy, and needed a thesaurus whenever I'd read his stuff because he really is just really the deep. And so I said, how can I kind of just put my little spin on it and kind of humanize it, or not? I don't humanize because he actually is more human, type of thing. But how can I kind of put my little vernacular on it and kind of roll it back out? And honored to say that actually his assistant of over 25 years checked out this manuscript and even the book before it and thought I was right on and wrote me a great endorsement. So really, I was really trying to get to the very core of because there's no reason to network, there's no reason to build a business or anything unless you have a why. So this book is really a goal commitment book.
Yeah, absolutely. The why is so important. What do you think about the value of writing the goal down, whatever it is that you're looking to achieve, writing it down versus just kind of keeping it upstairs in your head saying, I can achieve that?
Well, I'll take it even one step further than that, Eric, and that is that, of course, writing it down. But really, what I tried to do in the book is, in fact, the very first goal crafting. I coined a phrase, goal crafting,
okay.
And it does have to do with writing a goal down, but writing it down in such a way that it compels you towards its achievement. So you don't write a goal to remind yourself about the goal. You write the goal in such a way that it becomes a self-fulfilling affirmation. So writing a goal in the present tense, writing a goal of what you want and what you don't want, writing a goal that includes the reasons behind it and adding to it. So I wouldn't necessarily, and because, people say and talk about writing goals down, that's nothing new. I don't think I would probably be proud about myself writing a book or coming out with a book on just goals. And so that's all I was going to tell people was just write it down. But really, it's the way you write it in such a way that our brains are trippy. Our brains are complicated, but really our brains want one thing, to be right. So whatever you say to yourself consistently and writing things down to make it even more permanent,
sure,
your brain is going to take steps to make it true. So I don't even encourage people to say, I will be a healthy eater, claim that I am a healthy eater and claim it today. So claim what you want, what you don't want, but writing it down is a key. But I think how you write and what you write is also vital.
There's certainly power in words, that's for sure. Our guest is Dean Lindsay. He's also the author of Progress, Challenge, and Cracking the Networking Code. How to achieve big fat goals is the topic here. Now, Dean, you break this how into 5 parts. We're not going to have time for all 5, but give us something we could do today that we can start moving in the direction of achieving our big fat goals.
I would say sell yourself on the benefits of your goals. Really, don't just set a goal, but actually consider why, and then realize that when you get off track, it's because some other why became heavier, became what the FAT acronym stands for: pretty, hot, and tempting. Your goal, for you to be committed to it, has to be the prettiest, hottest, and the most tempting of all the different choices that you could do. So it's not about the goal, but it's about the reasons behind the goal. Shakespeare said, strong reasons make strong actions. So you've got to give yourself strong reasons, and stronger reasons than any other choice of what you could do with your time.
Now, I'm not sure who coined the acronym FAT. Do you know the origin?
I think I can help. Yeah. Chris, 1997, the movie Money Talks, Chris Tucker.
Chris Tucker. And you quoted Chris Tucker and Shakespeare in the same sentence.
What up? How about that? That's right.
I love it. The book is called How to Achieve Big Fat Goals. You want it. That Big Fat Goal is extremely helpful book for achieving your personal and professional goals. Dean, where do we want to send our listeners to go get this?
Well, of course, they can get it on Amazon, but I'd be honored if they go over to DeanLindsay.com, DeanLindsay. We got the books and all the form from the print copy to the ebook to the MP3, plus I can autograph it. But I am so honored to be on this show, and think the world of you. And a shout out to Gary Barnes, our mutual friend, Gary Barnes.
You know Gary, do you?
I do. He's listening right now, so you can say something to him as well.
He's a good man, and we love Gary around here. Dean, I'll give you the final say here. Give us a word of inspiration, a piece of motivation, an action plan to jump off and achieve our big fat goals.
Progress is a small step forward. Take today's step.
Oh, there it is right there. So we got Chris Tucker, we got Shakespeare, and we got Dean Lindsay all in the same segment. Folks, you owe it to yourself to go get yourself a copy of How to Achieve Big Fat Goals, Big Fat PHAT Goals. And I didn't even realize it was stood for pretty hot and what is it? Pretty hot and
90% of people say pretty hot and tempting. That's the way it originally rolled, and then some people just soften it a little bit with pretty hot and tasty. But in the book, it's pretty hot and tempting.
Tempting. All right.
But the premise there is that it's got to be more pretty hot and tempting than anything else. Other people are going to be trying to get you to adopt their goal for your life, right? And they're going to try to make it the same thing.
That's the truth.
You got to make it even more. You're going to end up doing something else.
Dean, this is a fat interview, and I'm digging having you on the program. Let's do this again, okay?
Word up. Yeah, love it. Thank you.
All right. We'll be back with more positive business talk right after these messages, folks. You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Network. For the archives of this broadcast and every broadcast that we do, we invite you to go check out experiencepros.com. Back after these messages.